Choosing the right print-on-demand company as a supplier for your business is extremely important. It takes lots of time and effort to populate any e-commerce store with your product listings, and picking the wrong print-on-demand supplier could mean wasting hours, days, maybe even weeks of work. Worst case scenario, an unreliable supplier could mean the end of your business altogether. So it's very important to collect as much information as possible on these companies before putting so much effort into building an e-commerce store and promoting your products. There are several factors to take into consideration when we are researching print-on-demand companies. Unfortunately, the whole research process can be very time-consuming and even frustrating at times, simply because basic information like shipping costs or production lead times is not always easy to find. This information is often either buried somewhere in the supplier's online help center or FAQs, or spread out on a variety of different pages on their websites. For these reasons, I have decided to collect this information and organize it so that we can compare some of the major print-on-demand suppliers currently on the market and hopefully make a more informed decision when picking out the company that possibly suits us best. In the following comparison, I am only taking into account print-on-demand companies like Printful and Printify, which are suppliers that integrate with e-commerce platforms like Shopify and WooCommerce, or even e-commerce marketplaces like Etsy and Amazon. The difference between these platforms and other print-on-demand marketplaces like Redbubble and TeePublic is that even though their business models are based on the same principle of print-on-demand, that being printing custom designs on popular consumer products, in the case of Printful and similar services, you will have to take care of creating your own online store presence, be that in the form of either a Shopify or WooCommerce store or an Etsy or Amazon storefront, and eventually integrate or connect the print-on-demand company software with your store. This particular print-on-demand model also implies that you will be facing your own customers directly when it comes to replying to customer service queries, and you will also be monitoring the whole order fulfillment process by yourself. Whereas in the case of websites like Redbubble, you are simply uploading your custom designs to the platform, and every time a product with one of your designs is sold, they will take care of customer service and order fulfillment, and you get rewarded with whatever margin you set on top of their base price. As you can see, they represent two very different approaches to print-on-demand, and much of the criteria I will be using in this comparison, like production lead times, shipping costs, and warehousing locations, aren't normally taken into account when choosing to sell on marketplaces like Redbubble or TeePublic, and that is the main reason I have decided not to include them in this comparison video. To support the data presented in this video with more of a visual guide, I will be referring to this video's corresponding blog post at my personal website, ecomtube.com. Here you'll find the full article with detailed information on all the suppliers included in this review. If you're interested and want to check it out, links will be provided in the description box below. The print-on-demand companies that will be reviewed in this comparison video are Printful, Printify, Contrado, Guten, Custom Cat, Applique, Art of Wear, T-Launch, Gelato, and Spod. The main criteria and key factors that were chosen for this comparison are authority and brand awareness, that translates into how big of a company these suppliers are. Product prices plus shipping costs, that's basically the total cost of goods of a sample product I chose, but I'll give you more information on that in a second. Production plus shipping lead times, integrations, that are basically which e-commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, or Etsy these companies' software integrate with, printing facilities locations, current review star ratings, printing and production methods, branding options. So if, for example, they offer custom branded labels or custom inserts. Then we'll check the Apparel brands and size ranges, and also the assortment of products these print-on-demand companies have in their catalogs. We'll also see if it's possible to benefit from any subscription plans, bulk discounts, or wholesale accounts. And finally, we'll find out if they offer any additional services or tools, or if they host a seller marketplace similar to Redbubble, where you can generate some extra passive income alongside your own website or storefront earnings. With this key factor, we want to determine how authoritative the following print-on-demand suppliers' websites are and understand how well established and recognized these suppliers are as a brand and more broadly as a company. Just so that you know where I'm getting my numbers from, I use a Chrome extension from a web market research company called SimilarWeb to find the estimated number of users these print-on-demand suppliers' websites have. Please note that these are just estimates, since only website owners can know exactly how many visits their websites get. As you can see from this bar chart, it's quite obvious that Printful and Printify receive way more total website visits than their competitors, occupying a significant portion of the market. Printful clearly stands apart by a healthy margin of around 1.5 million visitors over Printify. Spod occupies a peculiar place on our list. Although its website is the least visited of all the print-on-demand companies in the comparison, it is supported and run by Spreadshirt. Spod is actually an acronym for Spreadshirt Print on Demand. Spreadshirt being a very well-established print-on-demand marketplace that runs a network of websites that currently receives around 10 million visits globally every month. Guten holds the middle ground between Contrado and the bottom half of the list, all differing slightly in website traffic, but still quite far from the head. Obviously, the fact that a company is a recognized authority on the market is not necessarily a decisive factor in choosing a reliable print-on-demand supplier that can fit a merchant's specific needs. Many other aspects like production, shipping costs, or lead times, catalog product range, or customer care standards may also come into play. Nevertheless, the bigger brands tend to be more experienced and have greater resources than their smaller counterparts, which may translate into offering an all-round better service. Print-on-demand product prices and relative shipping costs can vary considerably from one company to another. Finding suppliers that offer a good quality price ratio is essential to any print-on-demand business, considering the slim margins you may have to maintain to be competitive on the market. To compare product prices among the following print-on-demand companies, as a sample product, I chose the Bella Canvas 3001 t-shirt, which is a standard t-shirt you can find on basically almost all print-on-demand platforms. T-shirts are probably the most popular print-on-demand product, and comparing the prices of the same catalog item across different platforms may give us an idea of a specific supplier's pricing strategy. The shipping price you'll get charged by your print-on-demand supplier to get the product shipped to your customer represents another essential cost that factors in on your total cost of goods. It may also vary quite a lot depending on where the company's printing facilities and distribution centers are located. For this metric, I will also use the Bella Canvas 3001 t-shirt to reference the supplier's shipping costs. As you can see from the chart showing the total cost of goods for the small, regular size white Bella Canvas 3001 t-shirt, shipping to the US varies from Printify's $12.82 way up to $22.50 for Art of Wear. That makes up an almost $10 margin between the two. That is quite significant. For all fairness, we have to point out that Art of Wear is the only company based in Canada, which surely impacts shipping costs in particular. Also note that all Contrado products are developed in-house and made to order by hand in one facility located in London, UK. This means they don't hold stock or carry any specific brand, so I chose the lowest price fitted t-shirt they offered. Another extremely important aspect of any print-on-demand business is the time it takes your supplier from the moment they receive the order to print your artwork on the product you choose and prepare it for dispatch, and eventually have it delivered to the address provided by the customer. Despite advising customers that print-on-demand products by nature may take longer to fulfill since they are custom-made, in this day and age where ultra-fast deliveries seem to be the norm in e-commerce, quick production and shipping lead times are very important to maintain high customer satisfaction levels. From the chart, you can see that Contrado and Printify deliver the quickest to the US in respectively maximum 8 and 10 business days, while Printful, Spod, and T-Launch deliver in maximum 13 days to the US. Please bear in mind that although this information was provided by the print-on-demand companies themselves through their websites, these companies do not generally have much control over shipping times and cannot usually guarantee they will be honored. We should also consider the fact that shipping times may vary greatly during holiday peak seasons, and that they may be affected by unforeseen events like natural disasters and health crises, like the recent COVID-19 pandemic we are currently experiencing. All the print-on-demand companies included in this comparison offer some level of integration between the design tools and order management systems they have developed in-house and most major e-commerce platforms and marketplaces like Shopify, WooCommerce, and Etsy. If you can't find the integration you're looking for, you may want to check out third-party e-commerce order management services like Orderdesk that allow integrations between quite a big list of e-commerce platforms and print-on-demand companies. As you can see from these information boxes I've created on my blog post, Printful offers the highest number of integrations with both e-commerce platforms and marketplaces, and it is the only company to integrate with Amazon, the Amazon Seller Program. That's not to be confused with Merch by Amazon, which is a dedicated print-on-demand program similar to Redbubble. We can also notice that Shopify is the only e-commerce platform that integrates with all the print-on-demand companies listed, followed by WooCommerce that integrates with 6 out of 10 of the companies, and BigCommerce that integrates with 5 out of 10. Etsy, on the other hand, is the e-commerce marketplace that has the most integrations, and that would be 7 out of 10. We should also mention that T-Launch's application is native to Shopify, meaning it only exists within a Shopify dashboard and not as a separate web application you can access directly through your browser. So if you want to integrate T-Launch with Etsy, you have to own a Shopify store to do so. In this section, we'll be having a look at the locations where the suppliers' printing facilities and distribution centers are based. Printing facilities locations are important because they can obviously impact shipping costs and shipping times depending on where your target customer audience is located. Gelato has undoubtedly the largest network of printing facilities. It's 30 in total, situated all across the globe. It may be interesting to note that the lower half of the print-on-demand companies on this list, that are Spod, Applique, Custom Cat, Art of Wear, and Contrado, run their own printing and distribution centers. In contrast, the others rely on third-party suppliers for production and manufacturing, with the exception of Printful that adopts sort of a hybrid approach, although they do own the majority of their fulfillment centers. Here we will be checking the current review star ratings on Shopify App Store and Trustpilot of each of the print-on-demand companies we are comparing to assess customer satisfaction and the supplier's efficiency, mainly in the areas of production, product and printing quality, customer service, and shipping, although shipping doesn't totally depend on the supplier, if not for the supplier being capable of selecting a reliable shipping courier. Obviously, it'll be up to your own judgment to determine if a review is trustworthy or not, both on the seller's and on the buyer's side, considering that both positive and negative reviews can be biased or skewed by self-interest. Examples of this could be a seller launching a new product and inviting friends and family to write a quote-unquote honest and unbiased review, or on the other hand, a competitor deciding to play dirty and leave a negative review with the only intention of undermining someone else's business. And then you have customers that are just too lazy or impatient to submit support tickets and write reviews instead, knowing that they will get the seller's immediate and full attention by doing so. You may also get the random attention-seeking buyer who will divert straight to the one-star review rather than trying to solve any issue directly with the seller. Unfortunately, these are buyers who completely disregard the fact that sometimes things just go wrong despite the seller's best efforts, and who completely neglect how damaging negative reviews can be to someone's business. One more thing to point out is that although we can get a glimpse of what kind of experience an existing customer may have had with a particular print-on-demand company by reading the reviews they decide to publish, it's always better to go through the whole process of buying a sample product so we can assess the overall quality of the products the supplier offers and the supplier's general performance and proficiency firsthand. Plus, it gives us the added advantage of seeing what sort of marketing strategies these suppliers are using and possibly model them with our own business. According to my research, T-Launch, Contrato, and Spot are the most reputable print-on-demand companies on the list. Printful, Printify, Guten, and Gelato all rate pretty well on Shopify, but seem to be getting a bit more negative reviews on Trustpilot, while Applique, Custom Cat, and Art of Wear are lagging a bit behind when it comes to customer reviews and ratings. Print-on-demand companies offer a variety of printing and production techniques that range from the most common and versatile DTG, direct-to-garment, printing to actual woven designs for throw blankets and custom woven labels. Knowing the different types of existing printing and production methods and finding out if your supplier offers them as part of their service is essential to attain the particular style you desire with your print-on-demand products. If you're looking for a specific printing or production technique, I advise you to check out the complete list of printing methods these companies offer at ecomtube.com. As mentioned earlier, I will place a link in the description box below the video. Another important factor to consider when choosing a print-on-demand supplier is whether or not these companies offer branding options like custom packaging, custom labeling, or even custom inserts you can use to thank your customers and maybe do some further marketing like offering discounts on future purchases. Branding is clearly important because it conveys a sense of trustworthiness to your business and makes you stand out as an established company in your marketplace. Applique's main focus as a print-on-demand company is to help customers create their own clothing line, and that is clearly reflected in the level of branding and customization options they offer that range from private label tags, meaning they remove the manufacturer's tag and replace it with a custom tag showing the brand logo and the product specifications, all the way to embroidered patches, to custom applique. That is a sewing technique by which pieces of material that are cut out to a desired shape are then attached to another material or a garment. Printful also has a fair number of branding options together with Contrato, Art of Wear, and Guten. The remaining print-on-demand companies offer either limited or no branding services at all. In order to maintain consistent quality standards, some merchants mostly rely on specific brands of clothing for their print-on-demand projects. As you can see from these information boxes on my blog post, almost all of the print-on-demand companies in the comparison offer the most popular plain t-shirts for printing like Gildan, Anvil, Bella Canvas, Next Level, and American Apparel, just to name a few. Spot and Custom Cat are the only two companies that offer LT, large, tall sizes for men. Some suppliers offer up to 4XL plus sizes for women, like Custom Cat, Printify, Guten, and T-Launch, and up to 6XL unisex shirts, like Spot. Print-on-demand companies offer an array of different products that range from the more obvious t-shirts and coffee mugs to some more unique products like bean bags and candles. Contrato definitely sets apart from the other print-on-demand companies in this comparison. As mentioned earlier, all their products are developed in-house and made to order by hand in one facility located in London, UK, so they don't hold stock or carry any specific brands. This may be partly why they have a much wider range and assortment of products than the rest of the companies. It's worth noting that Contrato seems to be offering more of a high-end premium print-on-demand service, most likely targeted to artists with some level of recognition and social following, considering the quite significant price differences between Contrato and their competitors. By visiting the Art of Wear website, the general impression is that it seems to be catering the same target audience as Contrato, although the scope of their product catalog is definitely less extended, but still quite unique. Normally, you only pay your supplier for the goods as they are being ordered by your customers on your website or storefront. Although in some cases, subscription plans can either be made mandatory or offered on the side to access premium membership perks. Some print-on-demand companies also offer bulk discounts or wholesale prices for purchases that reach their minimum order quantity, their MOQ. In some cases, buyers may also benefit from loyalty programs rewarding discounts proportionate to past order volumes. As you can see from these information boxes, quite a number of print-on-demand companies offer tiered pricing and volume discounts. Despite being most likely the priciest company on the list, Contrato provides the highest discounts at the lowest MOQs, followed by Applique and Printful. As regards reward programs, Printful has the lowest barrier to entry at $1,000 in monthly sales. Of the print-on-demand companies that offer subscription plans, Custom Cat is the only one that requires a mandatory $30 monthly fee, and that is for Shopify users only, or you can pay $2 extra per catalog item for every purchase in alternative to the monthly fee, and a 14-day free trial is available. In this final section of our comparison, we'll be listing any additional services or tools that these print-on-demand companies may offer. Examples of extra services may be custom graphic design, product photography, or store setup. These services may be interesting for customers who don't know how to carry out one of these more specialized tasks or simply prefer to outsource them to an expert. We'll also touch on the print-on-demand companies that offer access to online marketplaces where you can use your personal artwork to sell custom printed products directly on the supplier's website, just like Redbubble and Teespring, but usually on a smaller scale. Of all the companies we're comparing, Printful offers the most extra services that even include warehousing and fulfillment, meaning they will store any product, not just print-on-demand products at their warehouse, fulfill your order, and ship the products directly to your customers under your own brand. Product photography, video creation, and store setup are among other services they offer. You can also get access to tools like Keyword Scout, an Etsy keyword research tool, and a product customization tool. Other companies that offer product customization tools are Spod, Gelato, and T-Launch, which also have a combo Apparel mugs feature that allows you to create pairing designs to sell as a combo for parents and children or couples, for example. Guten offers an interesting white label customer support service where Guten staff will operate customer support on your behalf. And Spod, Contrato, and Art of Wear allow you to access their own marketplaces, with Contrato being the one that offers the best profit margins of the three. Choosing to work with one print-on-demand company over another depends mainly on your business's specific priorities and goals. The fact that a brand is well established and well recognized, for example, would be of little use if they wouldn't offer the specific product or printing method you require for your product line, or if the prices or lead times wouldn't allow you to be competitive on the marketplace you're selling on. For this reason, I hope you understand that the purpose of this comparison is mainly to pass information you can reference to choose the company that suits your business best, rather than to rank these companies as if they were competing against each other. Please let me know which print-on-demand companies you may have worked with already and how that worked out for you. I would love to hear your thoughts and first-hand experiences with any of these companies or any other companies in the comment section below. Please, if there's any information you believe that has been left out or needs to be clarified further, also let us know by starting a discussion thread in the comment section. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video and that it has helped you understand which print-on-demand company may be the best fit for your future projects or current projects. If you have found this video useful, please do like or share it, and maybe consider subscribing to the channel and activating the notification bell so YouTube can let you know whenever I upload new content. Once again, thank you for watching, and see you soon.